Hey, what's up guys? It's Stargirl.thepracticalwitch and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a May 2020 prediction where we are going to find out what is coming to you May 2020 based on tarot and also the current astrological transit. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys an up-close view of the cards so you can go ahead and pick a card to figure out what you can expect May 2020. Then once you pick a card, you can fast forward to the timestamps I provide down below and click that timestamp next to the group you picked to see what your results are. So the first group we have is the rose quartz and jasmine potion bottle. The second group we have is the clear quartz lavender potion bottle. The third group we have is the adventurine potion bottle. The fourth group we have is the carnelian potion bottle. Feel free to pause the video if you need to really meditate on the cards and figure out which one is calling to you. I do ask that you pick with your intuition and gut and not your eyes, because I do find that warrants the best result. And the only reason I have the place markers here now is because when you fast forward to your timestamps, I want you to know that you did click the right timestamp. So feel free once again to meditate and really feel which deck is calling to your third eye, gut, and soul the most. And once you figure that out, you can fast forward to the timestamps I provide down below and see what you can expect May 2020 based on tarot and astrology. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's see what's coming for you May 2020. This is the May 2020 prediction for everyone who picked group number 1, the rose quartz and jasmine potion bottle. Okay, group number 1, let's go ahead and see what these cards are saying about you for May 2020, what Spirit has to say. So automatically what I'm seeing, group number 1, is I do feel as though a lot of you have lived a past life as either someone from Atlantis, the Pleiades, or someone from Egypt. Group number 1, I've been picking up a lot of past lives, starseeds, soul record type messages recently. And if you're wondering why, if you're used to my old predictions, it's because, as you guys have probably been feeling, the world is changing. We're going through a spiritual upgrade. Uranus is in Taurus. We're entering the age of Aquarius. A lot of energy is changing. So, it just didn't feel right to just focus on the practical, because I feel like what's going on now in May 2020 is very much rooted in past lives, karma, and also our spiritual mission right now. And for you, group number 1, Spirit was telling me that you definitely are someone who has lived many lifetimes, and it was actually to prepare you for this moment in time that we are experiencing in May 2020. I did get Pleiades energy with this card right here. But the funny thing about this is people say that the Pleiadians, which are a type of multi-dimensional being, people call them aliens, but they're multi-dimensional beings that pretty much are humans, except the more evolved versions of our existence. Some people say they live in space. Some people say they exist on multiple planes of existence. But I'm seeing with this card right here, and also with the seashell, I feel like it's not just Pleiades where you're from, group number 1. I feel like your soul is originally from the Pleiades, but I almost feel as though a lot of you have lived many past lives. One of them is in ancient Egypt. Another one I saw is Atlantis. I really heard Atlantis. So you might be someone who's really drawn to crystal healing, okay, because we have the opal, amethyst, and onyx, and a lot of the times people who are from Atlantis or have lived past lives in Atlantis, they get really drawn to crystal healing, or they feel naturally very connected or drawn to crystals. They go crazy over crystals, and that's because back in the Atlantean days, they actually had higher technology. They had a lot more spiritual awareness, and one of the things that they frequently used was crystals. So you might have always liked Atlantis, or movies about Atlantis, shows about Atlantis, but I'm seeing that your soul is really remembering and starting to wake up to the fact. So one of the things you'll see, group number 1, is a lot of the times when you have a past life in Atlantis, you might notice that you keep seeing shows about Atlantis. When you were a little kid, your favorite movie might have been Atlantis, or a lot of people in a row could tell you, like you could go to psychics and they could say a lot that, oh, you're from Atlantis, or you could feel drawn to the sea. I feel like group number 1, you're starting to see those synchronicities a lot, and that's because your soul, I'm seeing is really waking up to who it is that you really are. Oh my gosh, I got that. And that's because we have spirit song and we also have spirit quartz, which is really telling me that you're really remembering who it is you truly are. Now, for others of you, I did pick up ancient Egypt, but like I said, group number one, you have lived many lives in many of the great civilizations, and that's because it was preparing you for this moment in time where the earth is literally evolving in consciousness, which I did a whole video about explaining the astrology behind it. So group number one, you're really starting to remember your past lives in Atlantis in May 2020 with this energy. You're also starting to remember your past lives in ancient Egypt. You might feel really drawn to Egypt, or like I said, the same synchronicity. When you were little, you might have always wanted to go see the ancient Egypt artifacts. That's because your soul has that memorance in it. And I'm also seeing Rome. I keep hearing Rome, Greek times, you know, you might feel really drawn to the Roman Greek era. And once again, you might be like a history buff, and that's because group number one, your soul is remembering and it's trying to show you synchronicity about it. I truly feel that way actually for you guys. And I also feel like a lot of you need to live by the ocean, or you recharge out by bodies of water. This is very common for Atlanteans, and also you might be drawn to mermaids. So I went to this Akashic record lady for a reading. Her name is Miss Moon Crystal Tarot. You guys should check her out. She's very accurate. You can find her on YouTube. She actually gave me an Akashic records reading and helped me remember my past lives in Atlantis, and I really highly recommend her. But I'm definitely feeling Atlantis, Rome, Greek, and also the Egyptian era of all those great civilizations. Now, what do those civilizations all have in common? They all fell at some point. They were great and they fell. What does this world have in common right now? A lot of great empires are falling. Okay, there's no coincidence that you were born during this time of complete worldly chaos. Okay, that's because in your past lives you were born into those cities and you've experienced it because it was preparing you for this life. You have lived multiple lives, group number one, in the same scenario. I almost think parallel lives, because time is not linear. Time is happening all at once. You have lived parallel lives in these realities, and that's why you feel drawn to these things. I'm also seeing, group number one, that your overall energy card was Mercury for May 2020. So for those of you who have siblings, I really feel like this is going to be a month where you heal a relationship with your siblings. Group number one, I was kind of feeling like for you the past 2 years you have had some heavy karma play out with your family and your home situation. I was feeling for you, group number one, a lot of you have had issues with like your living situation, where there was chaos about where you wanted to live, constant moving around, or unsure where you wanted to be, or drama in your home, or just a lot of drama in your family life. And I'm seeing, group number one, in May 2020, if you have a sibling, you are going to heal that relationship with your sibling. I heard for a lot of you, group number one, that your sibling is actually from the same, they follow you in every past life, group number one. I got the spiritual tingles. I love when that happens. They have been with you through every past life, this sibling, okay? They have been with you through thick and thin, and they are someone who is going to continue being in your life for the rest of your incarnations. They are a soulmate, even though there might be a lot of karma with them. But I'm seeing, group number one, your sibling is definitely, you guys have been together all lifetimes and you will stay together for eternity, and that's something I really heard. Now, it's interesting, group number one, I feel like because you chose the rose quartz and jasmine potion bottle, this tells me a lot. This tells me that you want to attract love, and I don't mean just romantic love. I'm talking about love and close relationships with people. So these potion bottles, they all have a different purpose, and this one's designed to attract love into your life, self-love, love from other people. Group number one, in May, I really feel like you are going to be manifesting people who are a part of your soul tribe and your soul family. And That's because I literally had the soul family card. And you know, this goes perfectly along with astrology, because group number 1, Venus is going to be retrograde in Gemini. Everyone's like, Venus retrograde is going to cause disaster. Yeah, if you're friends or with people who are not in alignment with your soul journey and soul purpose. But for others of you, this retrograde is going to bring past life acquaintances, your soul family, especially if you're a woman, group number 1, because Venus is going to be conjunction, which means next to Vesta Virgin's asteroid. Yes, group number 1, you're going to meet a lot of women specifically who are a part of your soul family and soul tribe. I really do feel that way. And for a lot of you, for some of you, I'm also getting the energy, group number 1, with you are not alone, isolation, physical connection, community. I do feel like a lot of you recently you have felt alone, or maybe growing up you felt like you didn't really relate to other people. Maybe there's been issues with women because maybe there's been a lot of karma with your mother. And I want you guys to know everything is connected, group number 1. So if you have issues or karma with your mother, a bad relationship with your mother, this actually spills out into your relationships with female friends and females in your life. It's crazy, but everything is connected. And I feel like group number 1, you are healing and you will heal the relationship with your family. And I know a lot of you say, you know, they're narcissistic, they're awful. It's not about letting them hurt you. It's about releasing and forgiving, which is something that we need to be doing right now, because this is the month of creativity, guys. Venus is in Gemini. Blocks are being lifted with Jupiter Capricorn retrograde, okay? If you heal and forgive, you are going to be very creative. Doesn't matter if you're not normally creative, you will be, trust me. And I feel like with the rose quartz and jasmine, group number 1, one thing you will be manifesting that you might believe you're not going to manifest because you felt so alone is people who are from the same soul family, soul tribe, because I had soul tribe twice, and also people who have the same ideas as you, who stimulate your creativity, stimulate your ideas. I'm seeing a lot of talking about crazy theories or talking about your interest with people, guess what, a part of your soul family. This is the time, guys. I've been saying this with astrology. Your soul tribe is here. Your soul family is here. Embrace this. You know, this is the month where it's really going to happen to you. And I feel like group number 1, because all 3 of these cards are rites of purification and renewal and intuitive awareness, I feel like a lot of you just got out of a lot of karma. Group number 1, I want you to know, I was really feeling like with the World card that the karma is over for you. So the World card represents the planet Saturn, and then you have purification, which is telling me, guys, that Saturn is no longer blocking you. All of the karma that you went through for the last part of your life where you felt alone, you felt like no one thought the same way as you might have been someone who just was different, you didn't have a lot of friends, or maybe, like I said, there's a lot of family karma. I'm hearing, group number 1, you have paid your dues, your karma is over. Saturn is releasing its karmic grip on you, and now you are purifying, renewing, and this is your month, group number 1. And good job for all of the work you've done on strengthening the bonds with your family, on strengthening or on healing things from your past. Group number 1, just in general, good job on healing your karma. I saw with the 4th house and Saturn in the 4th, maybe you had that transit, maybe you have it in your birth chart. Saturn is releasing that grip it had on your family and your home. I'm seeing that you're going to have confidence in relationships now because you have healed your family situation, your family karma, and because I'm hearing that a lot of you have healed and actually have already gotten over a lot of things from the past, or healed a relationship with your mother, and now because of that you are attracting higher vibed friends, you're attracting your soul tribe because you removed that karma that was attracting the wrong people towards you. And also, group number 1, I'm going to tell you this right now. I actually feel like when this quarantine is over, what's going to happen is a lot of you are going to actually decide to move homes. I really felt that for you, group number 1. I'm seeing that, you know, your home or currently where you live is probably not where you're going to stay. I see in the future you're actually going to move away from your home pretty soon. And I'm willing to bet it's somewhere by the ocean. because you're trying to get in touch with your roots. I'm also seeing too that a lot of you are going to be releasing old people, for some of you who are not in alignment with the new person you have become, or you're going to be freed from some sort of karma from past relationships or past people who are hanging on that really do not, are not a part of your soul family and needed to go. Now, group number 1, I'm also seeing for you, we have soul song, okay? And then not only that, we also had the spirit quartz. So I'm not going to ignore this, group number 1. For some of you, I'm really sensing that a lot of your natural past life talents have to do with music or singing. And this actually goes along perfectly with your past lives as, in ancient Greece, in Rome, in Atlantis. I really feel, group number 1, that in May 2020, you're really going to get in touch with your natural musical ability. So group number 1, more about the travel. I actually feel in May, a lot of you guys, if the quarantine gets lifted, which it looks like it's about to, but regardless, in May, I see with the Sun and the Knight of Wands that a lot of you are going to be traveling or making plans to travel, as I can see with the 9th house. I'm hearing Spirit say that this is absolutely a good idea, especially investing in traveling, because we had it paired with the Ace of Pentacles, which tells me this is a good, solid, grounded idea, especially with the grounding card, group number 1. So if you thought it wasn't realistic to travel, or if you thought it wasn't realistic to move, Spirit is saying, group number 1, that this is absolutely where you're going to find your destiny and your path, and you absolutely should be traveling. And I'm seeing that especially if you travel to the ocean or travel to some place of history that reminds you of your past life, group number 1, this is going to awaken a lot for you. Some of you, where you travel, you'll find your soul family, or for some of you, you're going to be traveling to see your soul family. And I really see that for you, group number 1. I'm also seeing as well that a lot of you with true offering and peace, I really feel as though a lot of you are going to have the opportunity arise, or something's going to come up where it allows you to travel or it allows you to move. And this opportunity is a divine gift, and you should take this opportunity, is what I'm hearing. I feel like group number 1, Spirit is saying you need to get out of your home or comfort zone. Obviously follow what the government says and the news say, but I feel like you're really going to find your destiny on the road and traveling, or like there's this urge you have to go travel, to go explore to your past life destinations, the ocean. Spirit is saying, yes, this is, you're being called to by Spirit to do this. I really feel that. And I feel a lot of you are going to be offered something by a fire sign person in May 2020, group number 1. I do see that their sun is going to be in fire. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm hearing that whoever offers you friendship, or whoever offers you a love offer, who is in Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising in May 2020, I'm hearing that they have a true offering of peace for you. Okay, so for a lot of you, this could be someone from the past, like, you had a falling out with, because I do see that for some of you, someone from the past could come back and you guys could mend your relationship, mend a misunderstanding. But for others of you, this might be someone new in your life or coming into your life. I hear fire sign, Sun in the Knight of Wands, a fire sign. They're going to be offering you something stable, something grounded. For some of you, it is a love connection, but this is a general reading. Keep that in mind. It's not going to be for all of you. For others of you, it could just be someone who maybe wants to help you explore your passions, your musical, artistic passions. And for others of you, it could just be a friend or someone in your soul family, or someone who offers to help you explore or travel or anything like that. That's what I'm seeing. For some of you, this could even be a teacher too. Group number 1 is what I'm seeing, is that there could be a teacher who is a fire sign to you, Sun, Moon, and Rising, who could come in and teach you a lot about your craft or your interest or your hobbies, because this is going to be a very creative month and you guys can be exchanging ideas. And I am hearing whoever this fire sign is, or Knight of Wands character, they are trustworthy. And I'm also sensing too that there could be a male in your life, if not a fire sign, a male who really wants to help teach you, ground you, or help you make your dreams come true, or travel in some sense. And this male who helps you out is sent from the universe, and they do have true offering. Obviously, this is a general reading, so really listen with your intuition about, your personal circumstance. But that's what I'm seeing from Spirit, to be honest with you. And I also feel with courage and love, a lot of you, You know, I feel like a lot of you are starting to become more open to the idea of connecting with people, and that's another thing I really want to congratulate you on, group number 1. I'm really proud of you. I see that your crown chakra is open. You are in touch with your truth, and because you have evolved in so many ways, you are attracting opportunities to travel. You are attracting trustworthy soul family groups, and you're also remembering your past life. This is amazing. And also, I feel like I am channeling some sort of love message, okay? For some of you who are interested in love, I feel like your twin flame, your soulmate, communicates through music. So if you hear a love song that just makes your soul feel it, then it's likely they're communicating with you on the astral plane through those lyrics. Okay, so pay attention to what songs that you're listening to. That's all I have for you, group number 1. I hope you have a fantastic, amazing May 2020. I love you. Goodbye. All right, group number 2. For those of you who picked the clear quartz and lavender potion bottle, this is your May 2020 prediction. All right, group number 2. So it's interesting that you picked this lavender and clear quartz potion bottle because each of the potion bottles do have their own magical properties, and this one is actually meant to heighten your psychic abilities and open up your third eye and also your crown chakra. So immediately what I was seeing, group number 2, is that I do sense that your crown chakra is very blocked right now, as I see with the worry card. A lot of the times when our crown chakra is blocked, we have anxiety, we have worries about the future. We're not able to see the future. We're very anxious about what the future brings, and that's probably why you're on this pick a card prediction. I'm seeing that you really need to clear that crown chakra because a lot of you have a lot of anxiety, worry, overthinking. You're not very grounded in your body, as I can see with the Pisces card. You're the type of person, group number 2, I'm seeing this about you. You'll be talking or doing something and you won't even be present in what you're saying or doing. Very, very spacey, very out of it, especially recently, and always in your head, worrying, thinking, and not able to see the future and wondering what the future brings, wanting to control the future, doing a million pick a cards, or maybe just, you know, shuffling your own tarot deck, or just having a lot of anxiety. And this is all stemming from that crown chakra that's either way too active or blocked. So that's what I'm seeing for you in May 2020. But this can all be changed because you could be watching this in April and you might be able to change it and fix this. This is very easily fixable. But group number 2, what I am seeing too is that a lot of you just, you're different. And I don't mean in a special snowflake way that teachers and, you know, presidents, teachers and, you know, principals tell you when they really think you're weird and there's this patronizing undertone. I see a group number 2 that you really are not from here. You are different in every sense of the word. It's very obvious because this girl has green skin. When I pulled for your energy, it's almost like you are an alien. You feel alien. You probably have resonated with the term starseed. But I want to tell you, group number 2, you are not crazy because I do have scrying and priestess. Okay, these are 2 very psychic cards. I also have the Pisces card, which is a very psychic card. Group number 2, I want you to know it's likely that you are some sort of psychic, or you might be a healer, or you might be someone who's very interested in tarot cards or, you know, woo-woo spiritual topics, because group number 2, I'm seeing that you are a light being. I'm seeing that right now. I heard for some of you, earth angel. I feel like you guys could be an earth angel. This really tells me you could be any sort of starseed because there's not a specific place that was really named to me. But honestly, I don't feel like it's one that we know about right now. I feel like this, you could just be some sort of earth angel. You could be some sort of, I don't want to like, you know, make your ego too big, but you could be some sort of goddess that has decided to incarnate in human form. You could have been a spirit guide that decided to incarnate in human form to act as a human spirit guide, group number 2, but I'm seeing that you are definitely a light being. I don't feel like it has anything to do with aliens or starseeds per se. I know that's confusing, but I feel like in your past life and your other existence, you were a spirit guide to great people or spiritual people, or you were some sort of angel that has descended onto earth to do your guidance in physical human form. Group number 2, that's what I feel about you. And also because I feel like it was a way for you to expand your consciousness, as I see with the consciousness card and the soul journey. So group number 2, I want you to know if you feel different, if you can't relate to other people, if you feel weird, if it's always been that way where you feel like you feel or operate differently than the people around you, this is because you originate from a completely different dimension. And that sounds crazy, but you guys are probably used to my woo-woo by now. And that's honestly what I'm feeling for you. And I feel like your crown chakra has a tendency to get blocked, or has a tendency to become overactive, because you do have a lot of psychic receptivity, because in your past life, it wasn't even considered psychic gifts, because you just lived on that astral plane where you were able to see the future and the past and everything that we cannot see in this physical reality. So your psychic receptors are very high. Now, group number 2, I also want to tell you, I feel like this is going to be a time of healing for you, because your overall energy was the Pisces card, and the Pisces card deals with the 12th house of the subconscious, healing, seclusion. So I do see group number 2 that you are going to be more hermited or secluded despite even the quarantine. I feel like a lot of you are just going to need a lot of time for self-reflection, and also just to be alone, and to also, I'm hearing, kind of like make your house and living situation a little better, because I do have the mother of interior life and also the goddess of sanctuary. So I'm seeing group number 2, this is going to be a time when and also hearth blessings. So I'm seeing group number 2, spirit is really calling for you to clean your home, decorate your home, make your living situation really nice, because I'm seeing you are going to be more introverted than normal in May 2020. And that's because you're healing a lot of subconscious issues. And like I said, your crown chakra is very blocked. So this is going to be a time when you really delve into spirituality, I think, like praying, getting in touch with your spirit guides, just feeling like there's a presence with you, protecting you and being there for you. And you're absolutely right, because they are there. This is going to be a time when you need more sleep to really heal yourself. So for some of you, this isn't all of you, because this is a general reading, but I'm hearing group number 2, for some of you, you've been purifying some women in your life. Some women in your life have been really nasty to you. I'm hearing, yeah, because I see the Mars and the Queen of Cups. I feel like some women in your life have excluded you, have been nasty to you. People in general have been nasty to you, very uncaring of you, not understanding of you is what I'm hearing for some of you. I just feel like a lot of you with the Virgo card have been kind of been judged unfairly by other people. And this is because Venus is conjunction Vesta asteroid right now, and essentially Vesta represents virgins, purity, chastity. So right now, women energetically, and I'm not excluded, I mean, I kind of feel this energy, have been more judgmental, or kind of like better than thou, wanting to judge someone who embodies Lilith energy, you know, all of that stuff. And I feel like group number 2, you've been subjected to people judging you unfairly, not seeing you clearly, and not accepting your individuality, and that has hurt you. So I sense that a lot of you are going to be kind of reclused or more introverted in May 2020 to really heal your inner life and also heal yourself and gain that confidence that you need. Because I'm sensing group number 2 a lot, you know, I want to cry. Like I want to let you know, group number 2, I love you so much, and I'm sorry that the people in your life have not seen or empathized with your different perspective or way of living, and I'm truly sorry, and it's a shame. Group number 2, I want you to know that you feel different because you are not even human. You're an earth angel. You don't understand the weird, like, human social norms. You go out of the purity of your heart is what I'm seeing, group number 2. And unfortunately, the world is not as pure as you, or unfortunately, the world's not going to understand you, or unfortunately, the world's not going to be able to empathize with your conscious reality or with how you view and say things and express yourself, because it is so different from the mainstream. Like, it's even obvious, even if you've tried to fit in, it doesn't work. It's almost like you're playing a character is what I'm hearing. And I'm seeing group number 2. This is going to be a time when you really get back in touch with your authenticity in May, because you're starting to really work on your health. As I see with the health card, I'm seeing that a lot of you are going to be not only that, working on with the Virgo life purpose and health. I think a lot of you are going to be working on something that really interests you. And this interest, this spark of inspiration that you have in May 2020, group number 2, this is really going to push you into mastering your life purpose or exploring your interest, working on your health like you want to, working on your physical, emotional health, and also on something that could lead to your life purpose. I'm sensing that you're going to have the passion again to start working on something that could possibly bring you abundance in the future. And Spirit is saying yes and nodding my head. So yes, I really feel like this seclusion is a very good thing, because it's pushing you into abundance, it's pushing you into success, and it's also pushing you into healing. So who cares about those people when work is good, right, group number 2? And I also feel too that with Mars and the Queen of Cups, Virgo, life purpose, health, I feel a lot of you, group number 2, you are divine healers or something of that nature. Or you could be someone who has like psychic gifts, a psychic healer, a physical healer, like you could be a yoga instructor, or if not that, just some sort of like health or healing other people. I think could have something to do with your life purpose, but this is a general reading, so, take what resonates. But I'm also seeing too, group number 2, that a lot of you just need to have trust and faith in the future, because like I said, you are very worried about the future because your crown chakra is blocked. I'm sensing that a lot of you as well, group number 2, because you've been so kind of alienated or put down so much throughout your life for your differences. You've kind of learned how to be introverted because you feel exhausted hanging out with other people, because when you hang out with other people, you're worried they're going to judge you like they did in the past, or you feel like you have to put on such a heavy mask to be around these people. Maybe you drink too much, or maybe you just act like someone you're not just to fit in, because you're clearly so different. As I seen with the Green Tara, you're not even human. So I'm seeing that a lot of you have learned to be very introverted and very secluded, or very like shy, because what you're really doing is hiding your authentic self, because you have a fear of expressing that, and also a fear of stepping out of your comfort zone and putting yourself out there is really what I'm seeing. I'm also hearing, group number 2, you have control freak or control freak tendencies, or you use your psychic powers of divination to see the future a lot, because you just don't have a lot of faith in the future and you're scared of walking away or leaving your comfort zone. With courage and the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Cups represents Saturn and Pisces, which means the courage to face the truth and the courage to walk away to find something more fulfilling. I'm seeing group number 2 in May 2020, you're finally going to have the courage to walk away from your comfort zone of your home where everything is safe and you can be your weird self, and you're finally going to step out of your comfort zone and put yourself out there. Because I see group number 2, it says forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. So group number 2, believe it or not, there's a lot of people on earth who are like you, who need someone to look up to artistically as a teacher, either as a teacher or as a YouTuber, or as just someone others who were like you can look to for guidance, because this path is so hard and lonely. And I'm seeing that I actually got a channeled message from your future self. These future selves keep coming in, and the reason why I say that is because I have the Priestess card, and whenever the Priestess comes up, this talks about the future self. Now, I didn't think about it until I saw that one thing I saw for you is I saw the Fool card come up, and automatically when I saw this woman on the card, I knew it was your future self. Now, the Fool card is ruled by Uranus, and then we also have the Neptune card, okay? So Uranus and Neptune, the two quirkiest planets in the galaxy. One is radical change, one is psychic gifts, right? And then you also have acceptance, which means a balanced crown chakra, as opposed to your worried crown chakra, which is your present reality, your future self is saying that you need to let go of control and accept that you cannot control life with law of attraction. I mean, you can on some instances, group number 2. I don't want to lie to you. You absolutely can, but it's also a cycle. It's a karmic cycle. If you're constantly trying to manifest blessings, material abundance, or things going your way, you're going to miss out on these life lessons your soul wanted to go on a journey doing, right? So sometimes our manifestations don't come through, or sometimes, life isn't always a high, and sometimes we're worried and we're confused about the future. That's everyone's karma. Everyone feels that way. I feel like you need to release control a little bit, because I am seeing with the alchemy card that yes, you can manifest your desired reality, but right now, group number 2, the answers are being hidden from you, and that's why you feel so confused, because you're learning how to just be present in your present reality, because a lot of you are always living in the future. You have perfectionistic tendencies. You're always trying to control things. I'm hearing group number 2 in May, you're really going to realize that things happen for a divine reason, a divine order. And I'm also seeing you're going to finally let go of that control. Like, oh my God, if I don't manifest 50 times a day saying that everything I want is happening, oh my God, I'm going to go neurotic and everything's going to go bad. Sometimes some things are out of your control. That's law of attraction works, but sometimes things are out of your control because it's leading you to your soul journey, which you chose to do, okay? And I really feel like group number 2, your future self is saying, enjoy the destination. I mean, see, you guys always want the destination. You hate the travel part. Enjoy the ride, because your future self, first of all, with the acceptance card, I feel like this means group number 2, you finally accepted the weirdo you are with Neptune and Uranus. Because the Fool represents Uranus. You finally embraced your authenticity, and you finally embraced your weirdness and your difference. And because of that, I'm seeing that you're going to attract a loyal friend or a loyal partner is one thing that I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing your psychic abilities are going to work at their optimum capacity, because you are going to release control a little bit, and that crown chakra is going to clear up. I also see too, a lot of you are going to live a very different life than you do now, group number 2. Like I was saying, a lot of you are homebodies. A lot of you like to stay where it's safe. Group number 2, expect radical change is what I'm hearing from your future self. You are going to experience radical change where I feel like you couldn't even predict it if you tried. One of the things I'm hearing is traveling, not staying in the same place, living off the grid, living some sort of radical lifestyle that's completely out of your comfort zone that you never thought you would do, but life has pushed you towards. And now that you have the courage to do it, your future self is saying that you finally embraced your truest path, your truest authenticity. And because of that, this radical life that you're living that you were too scared to live is bringing you a lot of joy. And this is all of the great things that I see for you. And I'm sorry, group number 2, but just look at these colors. You have a beautiful aura that's being clouded right now with worry and also resentment towards people who have rejected you in the past, I'm hearing, or resentment towards yourself for not being able to fit in. So that was a really long one. I hope that helped you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. All right, group number 3, for those of you who picked the adventurine potion bottle, this is your May 2020 prediction. All right, group number 3. So I'm not going to lie to you, and don't get worried. I'm not going to ruin your day with this prediction, but I do want to address what it is you've been going through recently. Group number 3, your overall energy was the Saturn card. Now, Saturn in astrology is not a friendly planet because Saturn is the bringer of karma and hard lessons in life. So I feel group number 3 recently because I also got the Saturn return card and transformation. So group number 3, some of you might be going through your Saturn return, which happens around the ages of 26, 27, 28, or you might have Saturn going over your moon currently, or some sort of really big Saturn transit that's causing a lot of hardship in your life, group number 3. I'm sensing that right now you are going through a lot of karma, so life has not been easy. And group number 3, this is a very specific message, so if this doesn't resonate, feel free to pick another pile. But group number 3, I do see that a lot of you have been through a lot of karma and pain in your life, more than any of the other groups. What I'm seeing, group number 3, I'm going to go off and kind of read your soul, your Akashic records. By the way, check out Miss Moon Crystal I'm gonna put a link to her right here. She has helped me with my spiritual awakening. I feel like she could help you guys out with what's going on in your life. She's a really amazing, talented psychic here on YouTube. I feel so awful I blanked on her name, but this is her name. Check her out. I'll put a link in the description. But what I'm seeing, group number 3, with the North Node and Libra card, this is telling me, group number 3, your karma in this life has a lot to do with relationships, because we also had the Venus card, Libra, Venus, and the North Node. So you might have North Node in Libra, or North Node in the 5th house, or North Node in the 7th house, or something, or maybe even the 11th house. But essentially, group number 3, a lot of your karma and soul growth comes from the relationships you have with other people. So group number 3, I'm seeing that relationships have been a difficult point in your life, because I do have the hardship card with it. I feel like a lot of you, group number 3, you've been in very unfulfilling romantic relationships. There might have been a lot of karma with women in your life, lots of drama in relationships where it's very hard for you to trust relationships, because I also have fear too. So some of you could have been in abusive relationships, very dramatic, life-altering situations in relationships, or a lot of you have had relationships that were very tumultuous with your family members or with people around you. They never seem to be copacetic. And group number 3, that's because in your soul journey, in your life, your soul decided to have these intense relationship experiences, because how you're going to evolve as a soul is by experiencing these different relationships in your life. That's how your soul decided to evolve in this lifetime, is through relationships with other people. So if they seem karmic, that's because they are, because they're meant to help transform you into the soul you are meant to be in this life, group number 3. So yes, that is why your relationships are always tumultuous. Now Saturn is going retrograde in May 2020, and Venus too, which means, group number 3, I'm sensing that for a lot of you, a lot of the karma in your relationships, if you're with someone or with the relationships around you, are going to go through some major karma and transformations. And that is because, like I said, in this life, you are meant to go through karmic relationships to evolve as a soul. That does not mean you will never find your soulmate. It just means you are going to go through a lot of lessons first before you find them. And that's just the honest truth of what I'm reading for you, group number 3. And that's why your relationships have been tumultuous. Now, if it's not just relationships, I'm seeing that your whole life has been a struggle. I'm seeing that your whole life has felt like a karmic curse, because we have North Node in Libra. Justice speaks of karma. North Node speaks of things being amped up. So in this life, group number 3, you have a lot of karma, a lot of hard lessons, a lot of pain you have went through and suffered. I almost feel like with cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life, and also fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. I feel like group number 3, you have been through the extremes of life. You have high highs, you have low lows. And, you know, I almost feel like you feel like life is a constant battle, a constant struggle of ups and downs, of bad luck happening to you, but then really good luck. You might be someone who has weird luck when something goes wrong, it goes really wrong, but when something goes good, it goes really good. Group number 3, I'm seeing that you have a lot of karma in this life, a lot of struggle, a lot of tribulation. Number 3, because Venus and Saturn is going retrograde, if you're in relationships that are meant to end, or if you're in relationships that are not in alignment with you, what I'm honestly picking up is these relationships are going to be removed, because these relationships were blocking you from your blessings energetically, and it's time for you to move on. And you likely already know who those people are if you're hearing this message. And I'm seeing group number 3 with all this rock bottom card, and also with dragon's blood ink, and it says it's a popular blood red resin for adding power to any spell, and it's for accessing power from pain. And then we also have the card of Kuan Yin. I recognize suffering in order to release it. I feel like group number 3, you've been through a lot of suffering. Life's just been very extreme for you, and I'm so sorry. But group number 3, there is a spiritual reason for this. Some of the greatest people in history have been through the most. I know Joni Patry on her channel, she talks about how the birth charts of some of the biggest people, the most famous people, the richest people are ones that are of extremes and heavy karma. And that's because they succeed and they achieve great notoriety. But you don't get that level of power, you don't get that level of motivation, you don't really get that level of success unless there's some life-changing, life-altering tower moments and difficulty that pushes you to that level of success. And group number 3, because you picked the adventurine potion bottle, which is supposed to manifest abundance, success, and also career success, this is telling me group number 3, you have this amazing amount of success, material success you are going to achieve in your lifetime. And because of that, you were given a lot of karma that was meant to help evolve you faster. And that's why your life seems a lot harder than everyone else's, because it's building you up for that level of success and that destiny you have. And that's why your life seems like it sucks. That's why you're going through a lot of karma, because you have to learn a lot faster than the average person, because your destiny is going to be a big one filled with success, and it will not be manageable or something that's long lasting unless you go through these lessons and build up your character. But that's why it's happening to you, group number 3, and that's why you have this karma. I'm also sensing as well a lot of you with Venus hexagram and dragon's blood ink. Either you're subjected to a lot of jealousy from other people, especially women, or you are very jealous. Yeah, group number 3, I'm really feeling with the Venus hexagram, dragon's blood ink, this makes me think of like the dark side of femininity or women. I feel like group number 3, you're really subjected to a lot of jealous women, jealous people around you. I kind of feel as though you have that Lilith energy, like you're unfairly prosecuted. I feel like a lot of women, you have a lot of trouble with your relationship with women. And I'm specifically hearing jealousy because we also have envy. We also have truth. We have the 3rd house of social media, communication, and the 2 of Pentacles, which is about comparisons. So group number 3, I really feel like either you or someone else, I feel like group number 3, you do have the tendency to go, why is life so much easier for them? Why can't I be them? Why is my life like this? Why do they have everything? I feel like you do compare yourself a lot, group number 3, because your life has been so hard and you think it's unfair. But group number 3, it's only because you are being built up for this success and destiny that you have as a great person, and you would not be ready for that level of success unless you went through these lessons, even though it might not seem fair right now. And you might be comparing yourself to someone right now on social media, but I want you to know that Spirit is saying it's not the truth. And also, you know, like this is a story I always like to tell people. When I was a musician, I envied this girl in this band, this punk band in Baltimore. She was way more talented than me. She had a lot of success, and all I wanted was to be her. And I remember I would get so envious, so mean to her just because I wanted to be her so bad. And I thought, like, why is she winning and why am I not winning? And, you know, later on, you know, 10 years later, it turns out, oh, that's because my destiny is, you know, counseling people on YouTube, which I like so much better. And also I'm really good at it. So, you know, just because you're losing right now, or you feel like, you know, your failure and why somebody else, just because they're winning at life right now doesn't mean you won't in the future with something that's a lot better for you anyway. So the comparisons are stupid. Group number 3, you might feel like nothing's ever coming, and you might feel like life has cursed you. It has not, group number 3. You have a huge destiny, because what I see in the future is abundance and gratitude. I'm seeing that your future self is going to look into the past and see why you had to go through all the things that you did, and you're actually going to be grateful for it, because you're going to see how those experiences lined up together to bring you abundance. Because, you know, one thing I used to do when I was a kid that I didn't think would amount to anything was I used to sell luggage at a luggage store. I was a salesperson for luggage, and how I didn't know that would relate to my life purpose. Turns out, you know, when I found my life purpose, one of my jobs is selling products on YouTube. That's how I make my money, because I don't like to do readings because I feel bad for charging for the readings. So I do product placement. And who knew that that skill of that one summer job would amount to me being able to sell things on videos? You know, everything's connected, and I'm seeing that future you is going to see the wisdom behind all the karma you went through, and you're actually going to be grateful for it, because you're going to see how it led you to the abundance you are destined for in the future, because this oil is about abundance, material prosperity, which you are going to receive in your life, and you just got to pay your dues. You got to go through the suffering. And also, you know, believe it or not, a lot of people are jealous of you because you do have a strong destiny, and you also have a powerful presence, especially if you're female, but also if you're male too. If you're male, I kind of feel like women like to demonize you a bit because you might be a heartbreaker, or you might just be very intense. I'm seeing an intense energy, group number 3. But I'm seeing that one thing that's probably going to come for you, group number 3, in May 2020, is I actually do feel like someone is going to open up to you or offer you apology, or you're going to get some sort of message or some sort of healing talks with someone in your life you had a falling out with. Group number 3, I do see that. Now, group number 3, I do want you to know that, you know, these karmic partners you have in your life, friendship, women, or romantic, they are past life issues, past life things being worked out. And also, I want you to know, group number 3, you have the power to manifest your reality. I feel like a lot of you guys have kind of like lost your power or given up your power in manifesting. But what I see with the magic card and also the cosmic flower is right now you have the ability to manifest that destiny you're talking about. I'm seeing, group number 3, that this karma for you wants to end, and because we are going through a spiritual evolution, because the world is changing so rapidly, I'm seeing, group number 3, if you're at rock bottom, your relationships are ending, things seem like they're not going anywhere, I want you to know they are. There's magic happening, and I'm also hearing that this is the perfect time for you to manifest, use the law of attraction. There are blocks lifted from your law of attraction right now, and positive thoughts are really going to help you manifest this life purpose and destiny faster, and I see that it's going to happen soon. I also see, group number 3, a lot of you are going through a huge transformation as a person, and you're really becoming more in alignment with your higher self, and you're becoming more in alignment with the best version of yourself, your authentic self, your true self. And group number 3, I also want you to know you have a talent of speech and charisma. That's a talent, a past life talent your spirit guides wanted me to remind you about, is you are, when you want to be, when you turn on the charm and you're nice and you're not being bitter, fearful, or kind of blocked off, when you're being like in your fullest vibration of your authentic self, you are very charismatic and likable. And I want you to know that, group number 3, very, very, very charismatic. And I saw that numerous times. And I think that's something you should know about, because you just have this energy about you, like something exciting is about to happen, and you just have a way of charming people. But I'm sensing that, you know, sometimes that's not fully expressed due to all of this pain or resentment you have about your own life that you need to release. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out of the blessings jar, because your reading was a little more cryptic and karmic, group number 3, even though you probably have a bigger destiny than all of us. So improved mental health. Woo, that's one of your blessings. Let's see what else. Sticking to a routine and motivation. Heck yeah. Saturn's also about, you know, dedication, your life purpose. I definitely see that. And we also have one more. New skills or improving skills or talent. For some of you, I do sense that it could be writing, or it could be, you know, it could be anything, honestly, because I see writing or something, even art, because we have Venus, or your natural talent of occult or manifesting. But that's all I have for you, group number 3. I hope you have a fantastic day. I really hope this helped you. I'm sending you love. I'm sorry you're going through this, but Bye. All right, group number 4, for those of you who picked the citrine potion, this is your May 2020 prediction. Okay, so group number 4, your overall energy card for May 2020 was really good. It was the Venus card, which represents love, creativity, beauty, romance, and you also have it paired with Neptune and also the 3 muses. So group number 4, immediately what I'm seeing is that in May 2020, you are going to be feeling extremely creative. You are going to feel passionate to create something that you love doing just for the sheer love of doing it. So, for those of you who are shocked because normally you don't want to do anything, group number 4, I want to tell you in May 2020, the 3 muses, the Greek goddesses are around you. They're inspiring you, and you're going to feel inspired to start a project that uses your creativity that you love doing, that's divinely guided and inspired, because it's with Neptune, which talks about channeled creativity or kind of losing yourself into something you love doing that's creative, that takes you away from everyday reality, that you feel inspired to do. I almost feel like group number 4, you're going to be feeling so creative, so inspired, that you're just going to completely get lost into whatever that is in May 2020. I really felt that for you actually, which is really amazing. Now for others of you, I do want to tell you with this Venus energy, obviously it's not going to be for all of you because this is a general reading. I am seeing that you are manifesting some excitement in your love life really soon. I had the Venus card come up twice for you, which is telling me for a lot of you, group number 4, you could be manifesting specifically towards the end of May, beginning of June, a really exciting romantic life. And the reason why I say that as well is because we also have the 5th house of fun, romance, and dating. Group number 4, this is an amazing group. May is when your month is really going to start looking up for you. I mean, the whole year is going to start looking up for you because you did pick the citrine potion, which manifests physical attractiveness, charisma. It heals your sacral chakra. It attracts love. It makes you feel confident, and it heals your inner child and makes you creative and excited. So group number 4, I do see with the 1st house and 9 of cups that you guys are really, May is going to be your month, okay? This tells me you guys, your mood is going to be amazing. You're going to be feeling inspired. You're going to be feeling so good. Like the tables are turning finally for you, group number 4, or maybe it already started. I'm also seeing with the surrender, make it God's, and acceptance. Group number 4, you've done a lot of work on yourself. You have surrendered the need to control everything. You've gotten in touch with your higher self, your spirituality, and you're realizing you are starting to accept the things you cannot control. You're starting to go with the flow more. You're starting to be more receptive. You're easygoing. And because of that, because you've evolved so much and started accepting things you can't control, you are actually channeling, as I see with your crown chakra being very active, creative insights and creative inspiration. I really feel that. And I feel group number 4, another thing for you is with the 1st house and 9 of cups. This is telling me that some sort of manifestation is going to come into fruition. So we're going to go ahead and draw out of the blessings jar to see what that is. It could be one or all 3. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, but let's see what group number 4 is manifesting, because I do see group number 4, Spirit is telling me that one of your manifestations or wishes are going to come to you in May 2020. And I also felt that with the 11th house, which is wishes coming true. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and see what that is. We have meeting your soulmate and romantic connection. What did I tell you guys? See, tarot and astrology does not lie, group number 4. I really felt that for you. For some of you who have been manifesting love, I definitely see that for you in May 2020. For those of you who are not interested in love, just wait for the other ones. But let's see what else it could be too. We also have knowing your life purpose. So group number 4, because you stopped trying to control the future, see the future, and you've just become so chill with the process, you're actually being led to your life purpose or a change in destiny by creative inspiration hitting you, where you're going to feel motivated to pursue something, and that motivation to pursue something is likely leading you to your life purpose here on earth, which is amazing, group number 4. Oh my gosh. And you know what I think it is? I think you guys have done a lot of healing a lot of healing, a lot of soul work, and you've earned everything that is coming your way because you've learned to trust in your manifestations. You've learned how to release control and just go with the flow, that now with this divine feminine energy, you are receiving so many blessings. Group number 4, this is your month, okay? If you're wondering when is it going to be my month, this month is happening for you. Let's see what else. So what other manifestations are coming for group number 4 in May 2020? Let's see what other manifestations are coming for group number 4. A better job and working conditions. Oh my gosh, group number 4. So you're going to finally know what direction you want to take your life, and it's going to lead you to your destiny, something better, and possibly love. Let's just draw one more. Guys, this is the best. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the other ones were good and all, but like group number 4, I promise, like watch the other cards, no one else got this. So if you picked group number 4, Spirit is really blessing you in May 2020. I want you to know that, and I don't sugarcoat. I'm a Sagittarius, and also I just don't like doing it. So we have improved appearance, clear skin, subliminals are working. Group number 4, oh my gosh, this lines up perfectly. I love when this happens. It's a confirmation from Spirit. You picked this potion which manifests all of these things. You are manifesting it in May 2020. First of all, what I want to tell you is that for those of you who are women, your sexuality, your charisma, your looks are improving, as I see with the first house, the 9 of Cups, which talks about your appearance, and the 9 of Cups is wishes coming true. A lot of you guys are going through a physical glow up, and a lot of you too, you've just ascended into the next level of yourself, and because of that, you're attracting love, romance, your life purpose, extreme creativity, because you've learned how to let go and have faith. And you know what I'm also seeing? Your crown chakra is so open. It's like your crown chakra is very healthy because you trust in your intentions and manifestations. You trust in the divine. You trust in yourself. You've been doing everything and pursuing everything with joy. And because of that, because you've learned how to detach and just be in the present moment with gratitude, and also, your manifestations, you are moving towards a very harmonious time in your life, especially in May 2020. I'm also seeing too that a lot of you, as we can see, the opal card is the same color as her dress. I really feel as though a lot of you, your aesthetics are going to be reinvented in a better way. You're also just going to radiate like sexual charisma, and this is going to attract a lot of suitors, is honestly what I'm seeing. And you're also going to just be your inner child again, because what I'm seeing, group number 4, is before with the Hierophant and the 5 of the 5th house, a lot of you, because of responsibilities, you've had to grow up really quick. Maybe when you were younger, you didn't really have a childhood, or maybe recently you haven't been able to be creative because of previous commitments. But what I'm seeing, group number 4, is this is going to be a month where you're able to have fun. You're going to be joyous, be in a good mood for no reason, and be extremely creative. And on top of that, love is coming your way. For some of you, it could be a friend that turns into a love connection. For others of you, maybe not, because this is a general reading. Keep that in mind. But with rose quartz too, I definitely see love coming in for you. Group number 4, I do want to say, however, that I do feel like you're moving away from friendships at this time. Maybe you have the North Node in the 5th house, South Node in the 11th. I feel like you're moving away from friendships in May 2020 and moving towards focusing on your individual expression, on your own creativity and romance. So maybe if before you kind of like fit in with the group, or maybe before you were always surrounded by friends or their opinions, or maybe before, because of other people or because of your commitments to others, you weren't able to really explore your own creativity and also romance. I see you moving away from that more towards yourself, because you deserve it in your own expression. And because of that, I see you manifesting a lot of amazing things, actually. And for some of you, this is a general reading with Neptune and Temple. This makes me think of a motel by the beach or some sort of vacation holiday. I feel like you guys are going to do at the end of this quarantine. I see you guys taking some sort of vacation holiday that's going to be really fun for you, possibly with some friends, with 3 muses, but this is a general reading. That's one message I did here. Now, group number 4, what I'm also seeing for you for May 2020 is I feel like I want to congratulate you guys because you have went through this huge transformation recently, physically, inwardly, where your inner beauty is shining on the outside. And you just have this light about you with this divine feminine energy that just draws people and good things to you. Group number 4, I want to congratulate you on how much you have done to transform. Your inner beauty is shining so much from the inside outwardly that you are stunning. And I want to tell you that that's honestly what I felt for your energy. Group number 4, all eyes are on you. This is about you this month. And I see that May 2020 is going to be an amazing, amazing month for you because all of these retrogrades are going to remove blockages that are in your way so you can just have fun and reap all the blessings you deserve. And group number 4, I also got that some of you might be Andromedan star seeds. Maybe you should look that up. I do have a video on it. If you type in Stargirl.thepracticalwitch star seeds, look up the Andromedan star seed. I feel like you guys are from there, especially with medicine woman. And yeah, I definitely feel like some of you could be Andromedan star seeds. But what I'm also seeing, group number 4, is that I really feel with summer, bask in joy and light. This is going to be the start of an amazing summer for you, filled with success. Now, I do want to say, group number 4, that I do feel like a lot of your friends in the past could have been very judgmental of you and your decisions. I do feel like you might let some of those people go, or some of their opinions go. I feel like your friends can be very judgmental or in your ear. I'm hearing listen to your inner voice and follow your passions because it's going to lead you to the right place and the right thing for you. And I'm also hearing, group number 4, a lot of you have a natural talent with soul writing and also with Gemini of communication or writing, or some sort of natural talent in regards to communication that your spirit guides want you to be aware of. And I actually feel for some of you with crown chakra, soul writing, and Gemini, I actually feel like a lot of you are someone who knows how to channel messages from spirit to other people, as I see with medicine woman. So that's amazing. However, I do feel like, group number 4, because you're a healer, because you give such good advice, because you're always helping other people, you haven't had time to focus on yourself. And I think that in May 2020, this is going to give you the opportunity to do so, is really focus on yourself as opposed to always channeling messages, therapy, and help towards groups of people, other people. It's time for you to move away from what other people think, is what I'm seeing, and move towards your individual expression and focusing on you rather than a group of people. And you're going to find your joy in this, and I see that for you. So that is amazing. Thank you so much for watching group number 4. I hope you have a fantastic month. I mean, I know you will. That's all I have for you, and I'll see you later. Bye.